So it should go without saying that you should not interrupt your interviewer during an actual job interview. But all too often, because you're slightly overexcited or simply because you want to show engaged in the conversation, that you might unintentionally interrupt them. And from experience, if you do this in a telephone screening round, they will simply reject you because they have the upper hand. They don't have to report to anyone. It's just a filter, so it's as straightforward as this. For the on-site, it's probably a bit more complicated, let's say, but nevertheless, it might easily show as a lack of respect. So that's why you want to avoid at all costs. Now, probably the more interesting part of this video is how can you actually prevent this from happening without going into the other extreme where you show as disengaged in the conversation. And the best advice I have here for you is to think in the following way. You don't listen to respond to a question, but you listen to learn what they ask you about that question. So if you listen to learn why they ask you that question in the first place, you will automatically have a delay, an interruption, a few quiet seconds when preparing your answer to their question. And from experience, this actually seems to be working pretty well as general advice. Or if you want, you can also intentionally add, let's say, 2 seconds of quiet time immediately after they ask you something. Although, for an original question, if you think about listen to learn, if you keep this in mind, I think this should be all right. Now, there's also a little bit of a different scenario where you have an exchange, where you have the follow-up questions, and there it's also, the risk that you will interrupt them unintentionally rather. And there it's not as big of a problem as it is, during a phone screening round or the first few moments of an interview where, the rapport building phase or first impression is actually being built. But still also there, you want to really show that you listen to them and you take them seriously and you are actually professional at all times. So there you go. This is a very quick video, but I believe it's a very important element that you must. You could also train yourself. If you're role playing with someone, you could also check on whether you have that inclination, that reflex, that reactiveness to interrupt someone, and eventually use this listen to learn approach to a conversation. Thank you for watching.